Hi, my name is Shailendra Kirtikar and my topic is query parallelism. So let's start. What is query parallelism? Dividing the work between multiple server processes is known as parallel query processing. Without the parallel query feature, the processing of a SQL statement is executed by a single server. With the parallel query feature, multiple processes can work together simultaneously to process a single SQL statement. The parallel query feature can dramatically improve performance for data-intensive operations that are associated with decision support application or very large database environment. Symmetric multiprocessing and massive parallel systems gain the largest performance benefit from the parallel query feature because query processing can be effectively split up among many CPU on a single system. It is important to note that the query is parallelized dynamically at execution time. Thus, if the distribution or the location of the data changes, the server will automatically adapt to optimize the parallelization for each execution of a SQL statement. The parallel query feature help, helps the system to scale in performance while adding the hardware resources. So if your system CPU or your hard disk are already heavily loaded, you need to elevate the system load before using the parallel query feature to improve the performance. So next, without the parallel query feature, a server process will perform all the necessary processing for the execution of a single SQL statement. So, for example, to perform a full table scan, that is select star from EMP, one process will perform this entire operation. So, this figure illustrates a server process performing a full table scan. Now, we will see the parallel query process architecture. The parallel query feature allows certain operations, for example, full table, to be performed in parallel by multiple query server processes. One process that is known as the query coordinator. It dispatches the execution of a statement to several query servers and coordinates the result from all the server to send the result back to the user, to the end user. This following figure illustrates several query server processes that are simultaneously performing a partial scan of the EMP table. The results are then sent back to the query coordinator, which then assembles the pieces into the desired full table scan. So next, the query coordinator can break down the execution function into parallel pieces and then integrate the partial result that is produced by the query server. Query server get assigned to each operation in a SQL statement. For example, a table scan or a sort operation. And the number of query servers that are assigned to a single operation is the degree of parallelism for a query. The query coordinator call upon the query server during the execution of the SQL statement. Therefore, when using the parallel query feature with the multi-threaded server, the server processing the execute call of a user statement becomes the query coordinator for the statement. So next, the parallel query feature allows you to parallelize the operation of creating a table as a subquery from another table or set of tables. The following figure illustrates creating a table from a subquery in parallel. As we can see, the query coordinator is running the select statement in parallel, and the output of the select subquery it is used to form the new table. Next, when creating a table in parallel, each of the query server processes the query server process. They use the values that are stored in the storage clause. Therefore, a table that is created with an initial of 50 MB, sorry, not 50 MB, 5 MB, and a parallel degree of 12, it will consume at least 60 MB of storage during the table creation. Why? Because each process will start with an extent of 5 MB. When the query coordinator process will combine the extents of all the table, some of the extents may be trimmed and the resulting table may be smaller than the requested 60 MB. Next is about the Oracle server. The Oracle server can use the query parallel feature for any of these statements. Select statement, subqueries in update, insert and delete statement, create statement as select statement, and the create index. So that's all for this presentation. Thank you.